Hey, good morning. Dr. Jordan here with your Monday motivation. And today, it's something that many of us have heard. It is life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% on how you respond to it. And I thought it was fitting because today's day and age, there's a lot of things that are happening to us. We have a lot of uncertainty out there. And really, it's going to happen whether we want it to or not. But it's how we respond to those things that it's really going to change the whole outcome of our lives. We could have a flat tire, and that's the 10%. The 90% is, do we yell, scream? Do we drive the car into a telephone pole? Like, what do we do with the 90% that we have control over? And that is going to change the whole outcome. Yeah, it might be a pain in the butt, but you have to go and call somebody to change your tire if you can't do it yourself. Or you get your jack out and you jack up the car and you change the tire. Um, you know, we might get a call from the IRS, not the scam, but a real one. They'll send it to you in writing. Actually, they're not going to call you. But get that letter from the IRS saying you owe us XYZ amount of dollars. Well, we can get frustrated and we can yell and scream. We can change our name. We can fly off to Mexico. Like, there's so many different things you can do, but that's all the 90% of what you do with it. Or you take responsibility. You realize that, maybe you should have saved a little bit more throughout the year, that money really wasn't free. And it's time to pay back in taxes. You call them and you figure out a schedule that you set up if you can't pay it all at once. There's so many different ways that you can respond to how things are happening to you in your life. Right now, the weather is not the greatest. It's cold and it's wet. And there's lots of projects that I want to get done. And every morning I get up and I look outside and I can get frustrated and wish that we live somewhere else and I could yell at my wife and ignore my kids and get grumpy. But instead, I make that decision that, it's not going to change my day. I'm not going to let that 10% of the weather being crummy to change how I am going to react to those that I love, how I'm going to deal with chiropractic, helping patients. It's not going to change how I even do stuff. Like, yeah, I can't mow the lawn, but I could pick up sticks. It's not the most pleasant to be out there in the cold, wet rain, but I have a rain jacket I could put on and I have some mud boots and I can go out there and do things. It's not going to be the most pleasant, but it's also not going to dictate my response. And that's really the main thing. These things are going to happen. You're not going to be able to get through life. That's part of life without them happening. But it's the 90% of how you're going to respond to it that really is going to dictate how your life goes. Very few of us were born with silver spoons in our mouths with the ability to just spend money without any consequence. And even those that do end up regretting it. But just remember that I'm here for you. What you're doing on a daily basis does matter, that you matter, and no matter what's happening to you in life, that it's actually the 90% is how you respond to it and what you decide to do. So if you need anything, reach out. I'm here for you, and take care.